Alright, so I successfully got everything out of the box. Now I'm going to unwrap everything. Darcy was originally going to help me, but now she is watching Avengers. Hey Village, I am here with Sawyer. John had to pick him up early because he had a little bit of a rash on his cheek that daycare was concerned about. Yeah, look at that. But we did a virtual visit and they aren't super concerned, but we know what to watch out for, and he's pretty fine. He's a little cranky. You trying to give it to them? So on Prime Day, I just took a look at some of the deals and tried to take advantage of a couple of things that I thought would be good to have, and one small upgrade that we needed as a family, and I saved a little bit of money for it. The first thing I got was this circular pizza cutter by Kitschy, and it has a protective case, and it's one that you just quickly roll. So this is replacing the one that actually has an exposed blade, so I thought that would be safer around the kitchen. So picked that up for $11. I think it was $15 regularly. I also picked something up that I think was half off. So I paid $25 for it, something for Miss A and I to do. Powder dip. I am gonna give that a try tonight, I think. Miss A is nervous about acrylic, so I don't know if she'll try it, but she'll be interested to see how it goes. And then also, we have had a Dyson for quite some time for our vacuum. We typically run our Roomba all the time, but we honestly haven't had much luck with some of the newer Dysons. We have had to get them exchanged quite a bit. Small piece breaking, and I think we're just about done with it. So we are gonna sell our old Dyson, and what I got on Amazon Prime Day was a cordless rocket shark. I have been wanting something that is cordless, just because it's easier to grab and go and clean up. Also, what's interesting about this is, I don't think it's on here, but John is always having to detangle hair from the spinners, and so this says that it doesn't get caught. And so I was thinking about him when I saw this. And we can also do cars. So pick this up. Again, it was probably close to half off. So pretty good deal and pretty good timing, but those are the only 3 things I bought on Amazon Prime Day. I also have to show you guys, we had a viewer mail us 2 amazing books. Let me go grab those. All right, so we got these right before we went on vacation, so we ended up taking them with us. So this is What Should Darla Do and What Should Danny Do. We are so grateful to the person who sent us these, but the little paper I put in the book, and then Darcy was reading it and lost the paper. So now I don't know who to thank. So please, in the comments, if you're watching this and you sent us these 2 books, please comment so that I could give you so much praise. These are awesome. And I think John and Darcy are here. We kind of have an easy night planned because today is visitation day for Miss A. So she's out for 4 hours. John has to go pick her up soon. And hey, Darcy. Hi. The wall is officially done. You can see a little bit of the shine if you go at an angle where the paint stopped, but this whole wall is gonna have pictures on it anyway. So the fact that it's not 100% blended is really not that big of a deal because it's gonna be concealed pretty well. The painters did an amazing job. We went with Fresh Coat. A friend of ours works there and they do such a great job. And then here's the inside. You guys have been seeing all of this progress. Finally, we have a wall. So next, I would really like to dig into this bunk bed tonight. I'm gonna give it a try and see if I can't make some progress here. Kind of wanna surprise John and get a majority of it done because he's always having to build. I had to kind of condense everything and pack it away in drawers because we actually just got the carpets shampooed. This was our big semi-annual house clean. Absolutely everything in the house is clean. So hopefully Darcy can cooperate a little bit and I can get this started while John goes and picks up Miss A. All right, so I successfully got everything out of the box. Now I'm going to unwrap everything. Darcy was originally gonna help me, but now she is watching Avengers. So I'm by myself. At least if I could get things like laid out and in a logical place, that would be awesome. So last night I successfully assembled the headboard and footboard for the twin that goes on top and the full size that's on the bottom. I did have John check to make sure that I was looking at everything right before he did the official like screws in place to secure them, because they were a little bit tricky. I'd never seen them done this way before, but he was familiar with it. They actually screw in on 2 different sides. So it was confusing to me. He helped with that, but he was really appreciative that I was getting started on this. Next up for today, I am going to put the ladder together. I think I'm gonna put that together and then start to build the frames, but it's getting really, really close. It was not that difficult, just took a couple of hours. And really, once the beds are up, we're still waiting on the desk, but we had already built out the dresser that you guys have seen. We have the nightstand, and it's really just a matter of decorating after that. Okay, so as I get this together, I'm gonna share with you guys a little bit about the next steps now that we have the room built and the beds are gonna be in place. So the way that the process works for our agency is they get a referral from the county that a child has come into their care. The agency is going to look at their, basically a glorified spreadsheet and check to see if they have any families that have matching characteristics and have a bed available. So right now, what our agency shows is that we have certain child characteristics, and we only had 1 bed for a child in foster care, and that bed is filled, obviously by Miss A. So we had to notify our agency to let them know that we're adding a room, and that we would also be adding beds, because they need to have that updated list. So I went ahead and reached out to our agency and let them know that, the room was going to be built, I think I told them that the room was done and the beds were done, even though the beds are not obviously done. We're doing it right now, but just wanting to get them on the schedule to come out and check. So next week, our caseworker is actually going to come out and, check out the house, make notes of the updates. And before she comes, we have to call the fire inspector. So we call the local fire department and ask for the fire inspector and get him to come out to make sure that all of the proper safety, proper exits, proper, smoke alarms, all that sort of thing for the new space. Once these beds are done, the fire inspector will come out, fill out a form, and we will have that ready for our caseworker next week. Crosley has joined. And right now this room is going to be used, just in case for respite. So we're going to let our agency know that we're available for any respite calls. At this point, we're not looking to take any additional kids in at this time, unless for some odd reason before Miss A and her siblings return home, like one of her siblings were to be displaced. That's really the only scenario that we would be able to take in another kid right now, just because John and I, we both work full time. We both have obviously the channels that we're managing. We have 2 young kids who need a lot of attention, and then as a foster family with all of the responsibilities that go into being a foster parent, that takes up time too. So we just wouldn't want to do a disservice to a kid and bring them in when, we're really kind of at our limit. In the future, though, we will be open to siblings. This room and these beds we've talked about before gives us a lot of options to be able to take in sibling sets. But right now we're just, focused on getting this ready, but also making sure Miss A and her family are supported.
This is bunk bed. This is Miss A's bunk bed. I'll just sleep in this for 1 night.
Just for 1 sleep, because it's not your bed? Yeah, so we finally got it done. We are waiting to put the ladder so that Darcy and Sawyer don't climb on it.
Yep.
We also realize that we probably are going to have to take out the fan, but that's down the road. So either we keep it here and we just...
Keep Big Hit. Oh no.
Right, like make sure... Basically, we would have to take it down if we ever had a kid who was going to stay on the top bunk that wouldn't understand that the fan needed to stay off.
Like, I just imagine me sleeping and getting up, hit my head.
But you wouldn't be up in the top.
But if I was...
I started to get worried because as we were putting it together, it barely fit. I was starting to get nervous because I didn't actually measure, but it was like perfect. So now we're to the point, I think we've decided because of all of the furniture, we're probably going to return the desk and have this just be a deskless room. Moving the dresser over here to this wall. We still have a desk that would be here. So maybe once we set everything up, we'll see if that's just too much. I feel like it's probably too much, but we'll see. We'll see. But it looks awesome. John is spent. You did great.
You did too.
I started off thinking I could do it by myself. I could not.
It was definitely a two-person job.
Okay, time for your blanket. Okay.
This is going to be Darcy's favorite place now.